Good morning, my dear students. Today, in DP, we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is federalism. And children, in this, we have already started with the decentralization. Children, what is decentralization? When power is taken away from the center and the state government and given to local government, we call it as a decentralization. And in the previous lecture, we have studied how in 1992 a constitutional amendment was done to give more power to the local government. Now, children, why this decentralization in our country? Children, you know that India is a vast country and cannot be run only through a two-tier of system. Two-tier of system means central and the state government. Because of vastness and the population of our country, children, some states of India are very large and are internally very diverse. States in India are as large as independent countries of Europe. Federal power sharing in India needs another tier of government below that of state government. Children, the basic idea behind decentralization is there are large number of problems and issues which are best settled at the local level. The basic principle behind this concept is that children, you know that it is not possible or it is not very easy for the central government or the state government to manage efficiently the issues at local level, because the people who are living in those areas, they have a better knowledge of problem in their localities, and hence they are the best resource to solve the problems. Children, the basic idea behind decentralization is that certain problems of the people can be effectively solved by the local bodies, as the later has a better ideas of the problem which are faced by the people at the local level. Other than this, at the local level, it is possible for the people to directly participate in the decision making. This helps to inculcate a habit of democratic participation. Children, decentralization ensures community participation for proper growth and development of the community itself. It is aimed to ensure social, economic, and political development of the community. Children, once again I am repeating this. The basic idea behind decentralization. First one, solving large number of problems and issues at the local level. Second, people have better knowledge of problems in the locality. Third, better ideas on where to spend money and how to manage things efficiently. Next, people participation in decision making. And the last one, to realize one important principle of democracy, that is local government. Now children, let's start with rural local government. Children, local government in India refers to governmental jurisdiction below the level of the state. India is a federal republic with three spheres of government, that is central, state and local. The 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments give recognition and protection to the local government, and in addition each state has its own local government legislation. Since 1992, local government in India takes place in two very distinct forms. In the urban localities covered in the 74th Amendment of the Constitution have municipality and municipal corporation, but they also derive their powers from the individual state governments. while the power of rural locality have been formalized under the Panchayati Raj system. Children, the rural local government is popularly known as Panchayati Raj. It consists of Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad. Children, listen it very carefully. The rural local government is known as Panchayati Raj and it consists of Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad. Now first we will start with the Panchayat. There is a Panchayat in each village or group of villages. It is a council which has several ward members, that is Panch, and president, that is Sarpanch. They are directly elected by all the adult population living in ward or village. Children, remember this. They are directly elected by all the adult population living in the ward or village, that ward or a village. Panchayat is a decision making body for entire village. It works under the overall supervision of Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha consists of all the voters and meets twice or thrice in a year to approve the annual budget of the Gram Panchayat and to review its performance. Next one is Panchayat Samiti or block or mandal. A few Gram Panchayat are grouped together to form a Panchayat Samiti. The member of this body are elected by the member of the Panchayat in that area. Now the next one is Jila Parishad. All the Panchayat Samitis in a district constitutes Jila Parishad, whose members are elected. Children, member of Lok Sabha and MLAs of that district and some other officials of other district level bodies are also its member. Jila Parishad chairperson is political head of Jila Parishad. Children, just see this and it will be easy to understand. In the village level, Gram Panchayat formed by the Gram Sabha and headed by the Sarpanch. Then block level, Panchayat Samiti elected by Panchayat members, BDO, Block Development Officer. Then in the district, Jila Parishad formed by members and have members of Lok Sabha and MLA of the district, and the head is known as chairperson. Similarly, local government bodies exist for urban areas as well. Children, urban local government implies the governance of an urban area by the people through their elected representatives. 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 provided constitutional status to the local urban bodies. Municipalities are set up in towns. Big cities are constituted into the municipal corporation. Both municipalities and municipal corporation are controlled by elected bodies consisting of people's representative. Municipal chairperson is the political head of municipality. In a municipal corporation, such an officer is called mayor. This you can understand by this also. In the towns, municipalities, and the head is chairperson. And in the big cities, municipal corporation, and the head is mayor. Head is known as mayor. Children, our Udaipur also has a municipal corporation with Govind Singh Tak as the mayor. I think now the rural government is clear to you. What you have to remember is the local government in the rural areas and the local government in the urban areas. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.